Welcome to today's video, where we're diving into the world of United States dollar coins. In this episode, we'll uncover the 6 most valuable and expensive pieces that stand out for their history, rarity, and collector demand. If you're passionate about numismatics or just curious about what makes these coins worth so much, you're in the right place. First up, we're going to explore the most rare and valuable the United States Susan B. Anthony dollar from the year 1979 with the Denver D mint mark stands as one of the most talked about modern U.S. coins, not because of its immediate success, but rather due to its lasting impact on numismatics. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin marked the first time a real woman, suffragist Susan B. Anthony, was featured on circulating U.S. currency. Collectors today regard certain examples of the 1979 D dollar, particularly in pristine condition or with unique strike qualities, as highly desirable pieces. Even coins that have endured years of circulation, appearing dirty or worn, still generate interest due to their historical context and the coin's relatively short production life compared to other U.S. dollar series. Historically, the Susan B. Anthony dollar was born out of the push in the late 1970s to modernize U.S. coinage. By 1979, the Eisenhower dollar had proven impractical in commerce due to its large size and weight. Congress authorized a smaller, more manageable dollar, and Susan B. Anthony was chosen to appear on it, symbolizing progress in recognizing women's contributions to American history. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins in 1979, making them common in general circulation. However, their failure to gain popularity in everyday transactions, often being mistaken for quarters, eventually led to the series' discontinuation in 1981, with a brief revival in 1999. This backstory is key to understanding why the coin holds both historical and collector appeal today. Design-wise, the 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar carries features that make it distinctive within U.S. coinage. The obverse displays a portrait of Susan B. Anthony, designed by Frank Gasparo, with the word Liberty inscribed above and the date, 1979 below. 13 stars frame the image, representing the original colonies, along with the motto, "In God We Trust." The reverse features Gasparo's adaptation of the Apollo 11 mission insignia, first used on the Eisenhower dollar, depicting an eagle landing on the moon with Earth in the background. The coin is composed of copper-nickel clad, weighs 8.1 grams, and measures 26.5 millimeters in diameter. Its smaller size made it practical in theory, but in practice, it contributed to the coin's unpopularity. Still, its bold design and strong ties to space exploration and women's rights give it symbolic weight. Rarity is not tied to the overall mintage. Over 288 million were struck at Denver in 1979, but rather to condition and strike quality. Circulated coins are very common. Yet coins that remain in gem uncirculated, MS-67 or higher, are scarce and highly sought after. Additionally, collectors seek out varieties such as wide rim or misaligned strikes, although those are more notable in the Philadelphia issues than in Denver's. In very dirty or heavily worn condition, the value is usually modest, but rarity in top grades transforms the 1979 D from an ordinary pocket coin into a prized collectible. Market value reflects this divide clearly. In circulated grades, a 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar might only trade for $400 to $900, slightly above face value. However, certified mint state examples can sell for $2,000 to $4,000 depending on quality, while near-perfect MS-67 examples command $8,000 or more in auction settings. Unique high-grade specimens have occasionally crossed into 4-figure territory, underscoring how condition drives value in this series. The dirty condition coins often have minimal premium, yet their appeal grows when collectors view them as historical artifacts rather than just currency. For collectors, acquiring a valuable 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar requires attention to detail. Certification from PCGS or NGC is recommended for coins believed to be of high quality, since grading assures authenticity and protects value. When seeking examples, collectors should focus on sharp strikes with minimal surface marks and strong luster. Proper storage is essential, Airtight holders or slabs prevent further toning or dirt accumulation. Reputable dealers, major coin shows, and online auctions remain the best venues for acquiring top-grade coins. Patience is key, as gem-conditioned Denver issues are far scarcer than their total mintage numbers suggest. The 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar holds enduring significance as a transitional coin in U.S. history. While it never found widespread success in circulation, its commemoration of Susan B. Anthony and connection to the Apollo 11 insignia make it a coin rich with symbolism. Collectors prize it for its historical value, distinct design, and potential as a high-grade investment. Though millions exist in worn and dirty condition, truly exceptional examples can command impressive prices, ensuring this coin remains an essential piece of modern numismatic study. For both seasoned collectors and newcomers, the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar offers a meaningful balance of accessibility, history, and the possibility of discovery. And secondly, we're talking about the most expensive and valuable, the United States Sacagawea dollar from the year 2000 with the Denver D mint mark. While a common coin in general circulation, holds a unique and paradoxical position in the world of numismatics. Its significance and appeal are not derived from a low mintage or a dramatic error, but from its status as a first-year issue from the Denver Mint within a historically important new series. Collectors are drawn to this coin as a foundational piece of the modern golden dollar program, representing a pivotal shift in U.S. coinage at the turn of the millennium. The demand for pristine, uncirculated examples remains consistently strong, particularly for those preserved in original government packaging or those that have achieved high numerical grades from third-party certification services, cementing its role as a modern classic that is both accessible and historically relevant. Historically, the Sacagawea dollar was introduced as a successor to the Susan B. Anthony dollar, with the intent to create a more distinctive and widely circulating coin. Authorized by Congress in 1997, the coin debuted in 2000, with the Denver Mint producing a substantial portion of the initial mintage. The coin commemorates Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who provided invaluable assistance to the Lewis and Clark expedition as a guide and interpreter. This choice was a profound cultural moment, marking the first time a Native American was depicted on regular issue U.S. currency. The 2000 D issue, therefore, is a tangible piece of this numismatic transition, representing the Denver Mint's contribution to launching a coin mint to honor both a historical figure and foster greater use of a dollar coin. The coin's unique features are immediately apparent in its golden hue and distinctive design. Its composition is a manganese brass clad, with a pure copper core clad in layers of manganese brass, giving it its distinctive color and the misleading nickname Golden Dollar. The obverse, designed by sculptor Glenna Goodacre, features a three-quarter profile of Sacagawea with her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, on her back. The reverse, by Thomas D. Rogers Sr., depicts a soaring eagle, a symbol of freedom in flight. In high-grade conditions, the coin's luster is vibrant, and the intricate details of Sacagawea's hair, the baby's features, and the eagle's feathers are sharply defined. The D mint mark is located on the obverse, just to the right of the date, identifying its Denver origin. Regarding rarity and condition, the standard 2000 D Sacagawea dollar is decidedly not rare in a numerical sense, with a mintage of over 1.5 billion coins. Its rarity is almost exclusively a factor of condition. The vast majority of these coins entered circulation, becoming heavily worn, scratched, and discolored. Consequently, examples that survived in pristine, unimpaired mint state condition are the ones that hold collector value. A coin described as very dirty is one that has seen extensive circulation. Its surfaces are likely marred by heavy abrasions, environmental damage, and a loss of its original luster and detail. Such a coin is considered a cull or a filler piece in the collecting community and possesses no premium above its $1 face value. The market value for a 2000 D Sacagawea dollar is entirely dependent on its state of preservation. A very dirty, circulated example is worth exactly $1 as a piece of currency and has no numismatic value. Conversely, examples graded MS 65 by a service like PCGS or NGC which exhibit full original luster and only minor contact marks, typically trade in the $500 to $1,000 range. Exceptional specimens that grade MS 67 or higher can command prices between $4,500 and $8,000, as these represent the absolute finest examples known to exist. The value driver is not scarcity of mintage, but the extreme scarcity of high-quality preservation, making high-grade examples the only ones with any appreciable market value. For collectors seeking a valuable example, the advice is straightforward: avoid circulated, dirty coins entirely. The focus must be on acquiring a coin that has never been handled, ideally one that was originally obtained from a bankroll or mint set and stored properly. Certification by either PCGS or NGC is highly recommended, as it authenticates the coin and objectively verifies its condition, protecting the collector from overgrading or damage that is not immediately apparent to the naked eye. Storage in a non-PVC plastic holder or a climate-controlled environment is essential to prevent further toning or environmental damage. Acquiring such a coin is best done through reputable numismatic dealers, major auction houses, or certified coin exchanges. In conclusion, the 2000 Sacagawea dollars worth is a story of condition over quantity. While billions were made, few survived in a state worthy of a collector's portfolio. Its historical significance as a first-year issue from the Denver Mint and its beautiful, culturally important design ensure its enduring appeal. For numismatists, it represents an accessible and attractive entry into modern U.S. coin collecting, with high-grade examples offering a stable, though modest, potential for appreciation as top-tier specimens become harder to find over time. It is a coin that celebrates an important historical figure and a key moment in the mint's history, making it a worthwhile pursuit for any enthusiast. And thirdly, we're diving deep into the most valuable and rare, the United States 1980 Susan B. Anthony dollar, minted in Philadelphia, marked by the small P mint mark, stands as one of the most notable coins of the modern era, despite its often overlooked role in U.S. coinage history. While many examples exist in circulation today, certain rare conditions, errors, and varieties make this dollar coin highly sought after among serious collectors. Its importance lies not only in its monetary role but also in its cultural symbolism, being the first widely circulated U.S. coin to depict a real historical woman, Susan B. Anthony, who was a leader in the women's suffrage movement. For collectors, this coin represents a fascinating intersection of numismatic rarity, historical progress, and market-driven value. The Susan B. Anthony dollar series was introduced in 1979, intended to replace the Eisenhower dollar with a smaller, more practical coin. By 1980, the Philadelphia Mint was in full production of these dollars, striking millions of pieces. However, the coin's reception by the public was tepid. Its size and appearance were easily confused with the quarter, leading to frustration in everyday use. Despite this, the 1980 P issue remains historically important because it continued the push towards smaller-sized dollar coins and carried forward the U.S. Mint's efforts to modernize currency in an era when coinage reform was a hot topic. From a historical lens, the coin embodies the U.S. Mint's struggle to balance utility with public acceptance, while still carrying a symbolic weight in honoring Anthony's contribution to American democracy. The design of the 1980 P Susan B. Anthony dollar is striking in its detail. On the obverse, Anthony's profile is depicted with sharp realism, encircled by 13 stars and the inscription Liberty, along with the date of issue. The reverse showcases an adaptation of the Apollo 11 mission insignia, an eagle landing on the moon clutching an olive branch, a powerful blend of peace symbolism and American technological achievement. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel clad over a copper core, with a diameter of 26.5 millimeters and a weight of 8.1 grams, aligning it closely with the quarter in size. Collectors often admire this coin for its symbolic duality, bridging suffrage and space exploration, two monumental achievements in American history. Rarity for the 1980 P Susan B. Anthony dollar does not come from overall mintage, as over 27 million were struck, but from condition, error varieties, and survival in pristine states. Circulated examples are common, but uncirculated and proof-like specimens are considerably scarcer. Of particular interest are coins with striking anomalies, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubled dies, which are uncommon yet highly valued. Additionally, finding an example that has not been mishandled or is free of contact marks from the minting process is exceedingly difficult, making high-grade certified specimens rare. In dirty or heavily circulated condition, the coin holds modest value, but in mint state or with unique errors, it becomes a coveted rarity. In terms of market value, a typical circulated 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar trades at face value or slightly above, often between $500 and $1,100. However, coins certified at MS66 or higher by grading services such as PCGS or NGC can fetch between $2,000 and $5,000 depending on eye appeal and strike quality. Exceptional examples, such as MS67 or those with rare errors, have been known to sell at auctions for several $1,000s, placing them firmly in the category of ultra-rare and valuable modern coins. The demand for these coins has grown in recent years as collectors have recognized the difficulty in obtaining pristine high-grade examples, leading to a steady appreciation in their market value. For collectors seeking this coin, attention to detail is critical. Authentication and certification by trusted grading services help secure both value and authenticity. Collectors are advised to look for examples with sharp luster, clean surfaces, and minimal bag marks, as these qualities greatly influence market price. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments with inert holders can preserve condition over decades. Acquiring the coin through reputable dealers, auctions, or established numismatic networks also ensures fair market pricing and authenticity. Collectors often seek this coin as part of a complete Susan B. Anthony dollar set, adding to its desirability. While the 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar may not carry the historical notoriety of a centuries-old silver or gold coin, its significance cannot be understated. It represents a modern rarity where condition, error types, and market perception transform a common coin into an ultra-valuable treasure. Its dual symbolism, honoring women's suffrage and America's achievements in space, ensures it remains an icon of late 20th century numismatics. Another factor that adds to the appeal of the 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar is its transitional role in U.S. coinage history. Though the series was short-lived and often criticized for its practicality issues, it bridged the gap between the large Eisenhower dollar and the later Sacagawea dollar introduced in 2000. For collectors, this makes the 1980 P not just a standalone collectible, but also an important piece in the narrative of America's evolving dollar coinage. The 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar embodies a perfect storm of history, symbolism, and modern rarity. Though many examples exist in circulation, the hunt for uncirculated gems or rare varieties drives its desirability and market value. For both new collectors and seasoned numismatists, this coin represents an opportunity to own a piece of history that reflects America's progress in equality and exploration, while also serving as a prudent long-term investment in the modern coin market. Fourthly, we're exploring 2001 Sacagawea dollar with the Philadelphia P mint mark, particularly in a very dirty condition, presents a fascinating and often misunderstood subject within modern numismatics. While its circulated state might initially suggest minimal worth, this specific coin occupies a unique niche that captures the interest of both novice and seasoned collectors. Its appeal is not rooted in pristine metallic luster, but in its status as a first-year issue from the Philadelphia Mint, a foundational piece of the Sacagawea dollar series. The very fact that such a coin is heavily soiled speaks to its journey through commerce, yet it remains a tangible artifact from the inaugural years of a significant 21st century coinage program. Market demand for this coin is bifurcated. Some seek it as an affordable type coin to complete a set, while others, specifically variety hunters, scrutinize even the dirtiest examples for elusive errors that could transform a common piece into a numismatic treasure. The historical context of this coin is intrinsically linked to the launch of the Golden Dollar program in the year 2000, which aimed to create a more vending machine-friendly dollar coin to replace the unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar. The 2001 P issue represents the second year of production for this new coin, which was intended to circulate widely. It commemorates Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who provided invaluable assistance to the Lewis and Clark expedition, and thus carries significant cultural weight as one of the few U.S. coins to feature a historical Native American woman. Struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the absence of a mint mark, this coin was part of a massive mintage intended for everyday use. However, its failure to achieve widespread public acceptance meant that many coins, including those from Philadelphia, entered circulation and began accumulating the grime and wear that now defines examples in very dirty condition. The unique features of the Sacagawea dollar are iconic, even beneath layers of accumulated dirt. The obverse, designed by sculptor Glenna Goodacre, features a 3/4-length portrait of Sacagawea with her infant son, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, on her back. Key details include the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The reverse, by Thomas D. Rogers Sr., depicts a soaring eagle encircled by 17 stars, representing the number of states in the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The coin is a copper core clad in manganese brass, giving it its distinctive golden color which, when new, is quite bright. However, this manganese brass alloy is notoriously prone to spotting, discoloration, and environmental damage. In a very dirty specimen, these artistic elements are obscured by dark toning, surface film, and potentially corrosive damage, making a full assessment of the underlying surfaces challenging without professional cleaning, which is strongly discouraged. The rarity of a standard 2001 P Sacagawea dollar is virtually non-existent given its enormous mintage of over 62 million coins. Its rarity is not a factor of scarcity, but of condition and variety. A coin in a very dirty state is common, as millions circulated extensively. True rarity within this issue is exclusively found in specific era varieties, such as the famed Cheerios dollar, which was a specially struck coin included in boxes of Cheerios cereal in 2000 to promote the new dollar, or the 2001 P with a double die obverse. For a dirty 2001 P, the only value beyond its face value would be if it were discovered to be one of these rare error types. The condition, described as very dirty, typically places it in a low grade like good or very good, where the focus for a collector is not on the state of preservation, but on the identification of a prized variety hidden under the grime. The market value for a typical 2001 P Sacagawea dollar in very dirty condition is fundamentally its $1 face value. It is a common circulating coin that has suffered significant environmental damage and has no premium for collectors seeking aesthetically pleasing pieces. However, the market dynamics shift dramatically if the coin is verified to be a known error variety. For instance, a confirmed 2001 P double die obverse, even in a low grade with heavy dirt, could be worth several $100s to a specialist collector who values the error over the condition. Without such a variety, its market value is negligible. It will not appear in major auctions or command attention from reputable dealers unless it possesses one of these defining characteristics. The value is driven entirely by this potential for a hidden discovery, not by its condition or year alone. For collectors, acquiring a 2001 P dollar in this state is an exercise in careful examination and managed expectations. The primary tip is to learn how to identify the key error varieties. This involves studying high-resolution images of the double die obverse, which shows noticeable doubling in the inscriptions like "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," and knowing the specific reverse characteristics of the Cheerios dollar, which is finer tail feather details on the eagle. Using a strong magnifying glass to peer through the dirt is essential. It is crucial to never attempt to clean the coin, as any abrasion will permanently destroy its surfaces and any numismatic value it might have had. These coins are typically found in pocket change or in bulk lots of circulated dollar coins, representing a low-cost opportunity for a potential find rather than a targeted high-value purchase. Certification by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC is only a financially prudent step if the collector has a very strong reason to believe the coin is a genuine error variety. The 2001 P Sacagawea dollar in very dirty condition is a coin of paradoxical nature. On its surface, it is a virtually worthless piece of damaged modern currency. Yet, it embodies the hopeful spirit of the variety hunter, for whom every circulated coin is a potential lottery ticket. Its significance is not in its historical preciousness or its aesthetic appeal, which are both heavily compromised, but in its representation of a common coin that could, against all odds, conceal a moment of minting imperfection that the numismatic world highly prizes. It appeals to collectors for the thrill of the hunt rather than for its beauty or intrinsic rarity. Its potential for future appreciation is locked entirely to the identity of a variety, making it a unique and intriguing, if humble, component of modern numismatics. And at the end, we're exploring the 2002 Sacagawea dollar with the Denver D mint mark. Stands out as one of the more intriguing issues in modern United States coinage, especially when considered in its rarest and most valuable forms. While not every example carries a high price tag, certain varieties and high-grade specimens have earned recognition as prized collectibles. For coin enthusiasts, this dollar represents not only a continuation of the Sacagawea series, but also a symbol of the U.S. Mint's efforts to promote a dollar coin that could stand out both artistically and historically. Even coins found in circulated or dirty condition often spark curiosity, since their underlying design and context continue to resonate strongly within the numismatic world. The historical context of the 2002 D Sacagawea dollar is rooted in the broader launch of the Sacagawea series, which began in 2000. By 2002, the U.S. Mint was already facing challenges with public acceptance of the golden dollar, as Americans remained attached to the traditional dollar bill. This year's Denver minted version, however, continued the vision of celebrating Native American contributions, with Sacagawea, the Shoshone interpreter and guide for the Lewis and Clark expedition, remaining the centerpiece. Denver's role in producing these coins ensured wide distribution, but many were held back in mint bags and rolls, leaving fewer circulated examples compared to earlier years. Design is a defining feature of the Sacagawea dollar, and the 2002 D issue is no exception. The obverse portrays Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, created by artist Glenna Goodacker, capturing both maternal strength and historical importance. The reverse, designed by Thomas D. Rogers Sr., features a soaring eagle surrounded by 17 stars, symbolizing the states of the Union at the time of Lewis and Clark's journey. The coin is struck in a manganese brass-clad composition that gives it the distinctive golden hue, with a diameter of 26.5 millimeters and a weight of 8.1 grams. These artistic and technical features were intended to make the coin both durable and visually striking. The rarity of the 2002 D Sacagawea dollar comes into sharper focus when considering special varieties and condition. While the standard circulation strikes are relatively accessible, rare die varieties and error coins, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or dramatic planchet floss, can command significant premiums. The majority of these coins were released in mint bags, leaving many with contact marks or abrasions. Finding an uncirculated example with minimal blemishes is more difficult than it may seem, and collectors prize coins that grade MS67 or higher. Dirty or circulated examples hold more modest value, but their historical charm often sustains collector interest. Market value for the 2002 D Sacagawea dollar varies considerably based on condition and rarity. Typical circulated examples trade for around face value, though cleaner and higher-grade coins can range from $500 to $1,000. Coins graded MS66 can reach $1,500 to $2,500, while MS67 examples may fetch several $100s at auction. Error coins and unusual die varieties can exceed $6,000, with some pieces reaching even higher depending on uniqueness and demand. Auction houses and private sales provide evidence that strong collector enthusiasm persists, particularly for coins certified by leading grading companies such as PCGS or NGC. Collectors seeking to add the 2002 D Sacagawea dollar to their holdings benefit from a few practical strategies. Certification is a crucial step when buying expensive examples, as third-party grading protects against counterfeits and confirms condition. Careful storage is equally important. While the coin's manganese-brass composition is resistant to tarnish, improper handling can still dull its golden appearance. Collectors often pursue rolls or original bags of these dollars, hoping to find high-grade or error examples. Auctions and specialized numismatic dealers remain the most reliable sources for acquiring top-quality specimens. The 2002 D issue also holds appeal for those who value the cultural story embedded within the coin. Sacagawea's presence in U.S. coinage represented a significant step toward recognizing indigenous contributions in national history. This historical and symbolic weight makes the coin attractive beyond pure monetary value. Collectors often view the Sacagawea dollar series as a blend of artistry and commemoration, with the 2002 Denver issue offering both aesthetic charm and a chance at discovering rare varieties. In conclusion, the 2002 D Sacagawea dollar is far more than just a piece of circulating currency. It embodies a pivotal moment in American coinage when the U.S. Mint attempted to reintroduce the dollar coin with renewed cultural and artistic relevance. Its value ranges from modest in average condition to exceptional in rare, high-grade, or error forms, creating opportunities for both casual collectors and serious investors. Its combination of historical significance, striking design, and collectible potential ensures its place as a noteworthy and sometimes highly valuable coin within modern numismatics. Beyond its numismatic appeal, the 2002 D Sacagawea dollar also serves as a teaching tool for new generations of collectors who are drawn to modern coinage with historical depth. Its blend of artistry, symbolism, and occasional rarity makes it an accessible entry point into the hobby, while still offering seasoned collectors the thrill of hunting for high-grade or error varieties. This dual appeal ensures the coin's relevance in today's market, where educational value and collectible potential intersect, reinforcing its place as both a historical artifact and a tangible investment in U.S. coinage history. For long-term collectors, this coin continues to present opportunities. The values of error coins and top-grade certified examples have shown resilience and gradual appreciation, signaling continued demand in the marketplace. As more collectors focus on modern U.S. coinage and its varieties, the 2002 D Sacagawea dollar is poised to remain a respected and sought-after coin. Its importance lies not only in what it is worth today, but also in the enduring story it tells of American history, design innovation, and the pursuit of collecting excellence.